Really says a lot about his character, as he did not sulk and has got himself back in the lineup. He'll try to take advantage here tonight. Scott Laughton dropping back for Wayne Simmonds, and his shot denied by Luongo. We're glad you could join us on Comcast Sportsnet. The Flyers and the Panthers wrapping up their season series. And here's Jonathan Huberdeau getting the puck to Bjugstad. Bjugstad will wind and fire. Save made by Mason. So both goaltenders,
both offensively and defensively, and they're going to need him to continue to be that offensive player he's been of late.
Panthers in here. Fleischmann is shot. That's batted away by Mason. We'll move ahead with it. Big center iceman. He's had all kinds of problems with injuries. Got the puck to Brandon Perry. He's in the lineup with boys out. There's a shot. Deflection. Score. Was the stick too high? It was. Waved off. It's waved off immediately by the referee. Bergenheim not really putting up much of an argument.
Yeah, I don't think this is any question here, guys. It was high stick. They're going to have a quick review here, but no doubt in front of the net that was way up high. Mason just looked shocked, and it was one of those ones that was so obvious nobody argued it.
Not even Jared Gallant.
No.
There's Bergenheim there up above the crossbar. It's not the shoulders, it is the crossbar, and it is way above. And the official's in perfect position there to...
And that puck bounces off a skate right into the slot area. And the Panthers after it. Derek McKenzie scored for them in their game the other night. There's another shot from the point. No deflection that time as Mason makes the save. Spent some time with the Blackhawks. Knew what those players were about. And he went out and acquired them.
Spent a lot of time with the Blackhawks.
There's a giveaway. Angle shot stopped by Mason. Rebound try by Barkov in front. Snared by Mason as well. Yeah. 6 goals in a shootout. Also an NHL record. Bjugstad eventually got the winner. He hit the post in overtime. There's Grossman with a shot off a skate. Luongo fishing for it, and he's able to cover up. Approaching the halfway point of the season. Who's your Calder Trophy winner? That shot saved Mason. The rebound is in. Scotty Upshall drove the net, and the puck winds up in the net. Not sure what it went off of. The officials are going to get together and discuss this, and we'll see if it stands. But as it looks right now, it's 1-0 Florida.
Referees are having a discussion to determine if anybody had a clear look at how the puck entered the net.
I think it hit his body, guys. The puck was, it looked like it might have hit Mason. From the angle I saw it here, it's exactly what happened. Hits Steve Mason and then goes off the body of Scotty Upshall as he's stopping towards the net. It's not pushed in. It looks like, I don't believe he pumped it forward with his glove. Interesting look at it here again, though.
It hits him in kind of the chest there and bounces off him.
Yeah,
that goes off the post, and they will determine that on video review as well. There's the blocker save by Mason. There's the contact by Upshall, and doesn't look like he tried to throw it in with his arm. It looks like it went off his body, and those are goals that will count.
Yeah, it wasn't punched. I know what you're thinking, Jonesy. It wasn't punched with the glove. Now, that's what I thought initially, but it wasn't. It looked like he hit it, and then maybe he was trying to help it, thinking about helping it with the glove, but it never got to that point. So I think this goal may stand.
We get another good look at it here on the overhead. There's the puck, and there's Upshall right there. It went past his glove and got caught up in his midsection there and ends up going in off the pipe and in. Kopechki with the right idea. Florida's been throwing pucks towards the net here in the early going, and this one deflects in off of the Panther on the crest of the jersey of Scotty Upshall.
That's why you always tell young guys playing hockey, drive the front of the net, go to the front of the net, and that's a pretty good reason why you don't always go off your stick. You go to the front of the net, good things happen.
Here's the announcement.
Following video review, the goal stands.
Shaw, 31 years of age, and he gets them the lead. Just about halfway through this first period. Flyers will try to respond. Here's Reed across, right a shot, and that one snared by Luongo, and McDonald unable to clear. He gets knocked down. Puck back to Ekblad, and they'll get set up as he dishes to Campbell. Campbell with a quick shot off of Mason to the corner. Huberdeau, a couple of checks. He's in on the left wing, wide on Ekblad, all the way around behind. Ronaldo gets it to Schultz. Schultz a shot, and a save by Luongo, as that may have changed direction as 12-5 read the shots in favor of Florida. Flyers get their bearings a little bit here in the later stage of the period. Big hit on Raffl, though, by the Panthers wide. Now Raffl back out. Strike to Giroux for a shot. That's knocked down in front. Schultz to it. Schultz all the way around the other side. Tried to center. And it bounces side of the net and then is pinned there by Luongo to get the face-off. Does come free. Giroux knocked down. Back to Voracek. Now McDonald the shot. And he missed the net. Giroux will get it back to Luke Schenn. And now Giroux to McDonald again. A one-timer batted away by Luongo to the corner. Trying to get tougher against the divers.
Snowball effect will be in full bore.
There's a pass over the top, and the shot denied by Mason as the Panthers get very creative. Zone. Willie Mitchell there. LeCavalier bearing in on it. Now it's Kulikov. Ed Kopetsky checked by Coburn as we're back 5 aside. Puck comes free. The shot by Voracek. And Luongo with the save. A pass into center ice. Omar moving up. Omar around behind the Florida net. Centers it. Voracek shot. He scores! Luongo stopped him once, but not the second time. Voracek back on the board, his 12th of the year. And this game is tied at 1. As Voracek scores for a case of Tasty Cake.
Another conversation taking place with all 4 officials as Roberto Luongo stared them down. He felt like there was contact in front. Bellemare does a great job of coming up with the puck, and Voracek snipes it home, and there was no contact from my view. Ronaldo's the man that's kind of to the side of Luongo.
I don't know what they're...
Again, he hasn't gone consecutive games this year without points. Here's Umberger centering for Reed, but that pass tipped away. Flyers get it back. Couturier flings one in, and very deep in his net. Luongo puts it into the corner, but now Moland has it, and Florida in control of the puck. Ekblad will move up with it. His pass to Jokinen, who just floats one in on Mason. He'll snare that and hang right on. Gets way through. Now Ronaldo with the puck. That one hit off of Peary back to Streit. His long outlet intercepted by Peary. Look out. He turns back with it. He waits. He fires. Save Mason. And the rebound cleared out of harm's way by Grossman. Avoids Simmons and then hands him the puck. Simmons in tight quarters as well with Fleischmann right around him. Gets it back out to Coburn. Coburn will wait and take the shot deflection. Save Luongo. Voracek and Raffl. Voracek has it to Giroux. Giving room. The shot. And Luongo the save. Grossman. Back around behind for Giroux. Just chips it to Voracek. Voracek walking to the slot. Deals to Grossman for a shot. Gets caught up in the slot. 10 on faceoffs here tonight, but look out. Panthers get the puck. Bjugstad had it poked away. Huberdeau comes up with it. 27 seconds in the period as Huberdeau goes across ice to Mitchell. They wind up in fire, and the save made by Mason. And they need to get that done here tonight. Kopetsky. We'll get it back to Mitchell for a shot. It's batted away. Bounces all the way out to Kulikov. Panthers have made it back in terms of the shots now. They've opened up a 24-17 advantage. You look at the blocked shots at the top of the screen. There's a shot from the point by Campbell, accepted by Mason. And he'll move it along off the stick of Bergenheim. Streit backhands, but Barkov gets in the way there. Now Barkov lumbers into the Philadelphia zone. Drops it off. Quick shot by Peary, and the save for Mason. Way by Luongo. Lawton gets to Simmons. Simmons turning with it right at the goal line. Back for Lawton. Lawton trying to protect the puck against Peary. Gets a little room. The shot! Save Luongo. Jokinen with a pass that's tipped. Flyers have it. And then Ronaldo will spot LeCavalier. He flutters one toward the middle. Bellemare looking for it. Batted away. Ronaldo gets it back. Takes the shot. Save Luongo.
An option, and that was Mark Streit across the ice. And once you miss that, they're going to be right on you.
And he gets checked off the puck again here. Now in front, the shot. Mason takes a peek behind him, but he denies Peary. You get late in a tie game, and you're trying to make that play, and they get away with a pass there, and now they'll move up. Here's Raffl. Raffl, swerving again. The shot. Save Luongo. Rebound all the way out to the circle. Voracek. Raffl just bunt that puck deep into the Panther zone. Campbell, backhand, Flyers there. Giroux behind the net for Voracek. Ahead, off of Fleischmann. Luke Schenn will give to McDonald. And then Reed into the zone with it. Jams it ahead for Umberger. Umberger centers off of Luongo. Back out. Luke Schenn shot. Blocked by Boland.
Aaron Ekblad.
No call made. Play on. 2:10 remaining in the third. Look out. Upshaw coming in for the shot. Mason the save, and then Upshaw with a slight edge. The Flyers get the puck down the ice. 5 seconds remaining. Mitchell really turned that over. Here's Reed in the corner to Couturier, and time runs out. Another overtime for the Florida Panthers. Huberdeau be a very dangerous player given any kind of open ice. They'll go back out. Ekblad a shot off of Mason, and then
just got a little too far ahead of it.
Flyers get right back in. Voracek holding on his pass into the slot, strike shot off the glove of Luongo. It's Washington. Here's Perry on his way in. Mason comes out. Perry very slow, almost coming to a stop, and he scores. Panthers a 2-goal lead in the shootout. Weaves his way on in, now straight on in, off the post. Swings wide to the left wing, and now in on goal, he scores! We play on. Huberdeau tries to give the Panthers the lead back. Save, Mason. 6 for 17 in his career, 0 for 2 this year. Cuts to the left wing, and then on goal he goes. And he could not finish. Dave Bolland. He scores. And the Panthers had the shootout lead.
Panthers continue to shoot the puck. And you can see the hands there of David Bolland. He's been a flyer killer in the past and finds a way to put that one in through the 5-hole.
For 9 in his career, 1 for 3 this year. Couturier, the deke, Luongo the save, and the Panthers win the shootout.